Now then, it's George from Ryetec. We're going to take you through making one of our weight boxes and work boxes from start to finish. So here Mazza is uploading a sort of an order onto the system at the very first point. So this one is a workbox, isn't it, Mazza? So workbox will get chucked on here. Mazza will then go through and check all the colours and all that sort of thing. And then the customer will get a deposit or order acknowledgement sent through to begin production of the box, basically. Once we've received the order, the order's been put onto the accounts package, we then use our manufacturer or production plan. So we're currently in between at the minute. This is the old style one, but we're still using this at the moment as well, just trying to run them side by side. So you'll have your customer, what type of box it is, serial number, sales order number and all the details, and then paint will use this so that they can look at what's needed to paint and everything like that, and then you can look at what stage your customer's box is at, you know, whether it's all painted and just ready to assemble. We're sort of still testing it at the minute and improving it, but you've basically got, so you would have, let's look at an order at the minute, that one will do, we'll go on to that one. So you can see that this one's one that's been completed, so you have your, when your works order raised, then all the way through when it's been completed, and then this one here shows what colours you're painting, which then runs through onto a paint monitor, and then that's your specification of everything that's in the box. If I click on that one there, it's got 4 orders on. That one there, it shows you the route that the wagon's going on, you know, your date of when it's going, and then you can generate your route, and it then should chuck it into route generated, opening Google Maps. And then it'll give you your delivery route, and that's obviously for all the machines, but obviously delivering the boxes is quite an important one because of the varying weights and stuff like that. We do like to take it on our own wagons or our own transport when we can, instead of sending it out on a pallet. But yeah, this is work in progress, so hopefully there'll be some more improvements over the next couple of months before it's up and running fully.
Right, so we're just going through the fabrication table here. Yellow means the lads are actually on welding it. Green means that the parts are picked, and this is what the lads have got to do for the following weeks, so we can get a good understanding of what's coming through, even if it's just stock, and see what's happening. So, I hope he's here, finally.
Right, Ben, bugger off. It's production meeting time, so it's all top secret now.
Cup of tea and all, about time. Important part of my job is understanding what the customer wants, and especially with the level of customisation we offer, it's getting to the bottom of what they want and what they need. So we're lucky we've got a fantastic designer who can just about put anything you want on the front. Another important part of my job and the full team's job here is the design aspect. So here we've got a standard box with some new parts highlighted to show the changes made. So this is the box we saw out there, the case quad track mount. And then we also see the individual parts. So we can easily go back to the designer or Sean and say, Sean, we don't like that part, we'd quite like it like this. And then he changes it from there. Here's another good example of an option we had done. This is the hybrid swath roller, which can fit on either the compact or the standard box. So we've ran through the order processing. We've ran through what Marion does to get it all on the system so we know colours, etc. We've looked at the design, and now we're here where they actually get built. So, wonder with me, Ben, we'll have a look what everyone's on with. The lads are on their bait. We had to do it now so we could actually hear what I'm talking. Some of you won't want to listen anyway, but So here we've got a compact 750 belly weight, which you'll see that slides under the box. This is in John's bay, so he'll actually TIG weld a lot of this due to the thickness of the metal. Now we fill these with concrete underneath. I'll show you one in a minute, but we have to make sure it's fully sealed, all on the edges to maintain strength, and so the moisture doesn't run out of the concrete and dries too fast. These are purely a casing that we leave on it so we can paint and make it look tidy. So he's TIG welding that up there, and you can see the parts here. So you've got the side parts, you've got the base that's all bent there, and then here you've got the metal profiles that add the strength to it and go all the way through and carry the majority of the strength. Moving on, we've got 2 here that are welded up, wrapped up and ready for concrete. So we actually outsource concrete. Someone comes in and does that for us, but they'll be wrapped up just to reduce the chance of any rust growing on them from the atmosphere of the workshop. Boxes, a few more going on down here. So here we've got all the lids that have come straight from the press brake. So they're all bent and they're ready to be welded up. As you can see, in between each lid is a layer of cardboard to protect it from scratches and make it easier for the lads in paint to guarantee that proper paint finish we look for. So they're waiting to get welded up. There's a load here for the larger boxes that have been welded up. So you can see all the edges are nicely flapped round and ready for the DA man to get all the scoring out ready for paint. Got a few bits here that we've ran through earlier. These are the compact box lower link arms holders. So they're all our parts are self-jigging via these notches. So they slot together and it makes it really easy for the welder to then build them up. Marrick's Bay. Looks chaos, but it's not. So we're ordering boxes in either batches of 10 or 20 for production. To actually make money on them, we need to do them in volumes. Luckily, we're selling plenty. That's what I'm trying anyway. So you'll see them here all stacked up, varying parts of them. And we're just going to do a quick run through of which bit's which. And then Ben's going to do a neat little video of Marrick putting one together so you can see it from start to finish. So here we've got this is sort of the main starting point. So you can see we've got the floor of the box and actually the back. That's all made out of 4mm thick steel, and it's got loads of bends in it to maintain rigidity and add strength. So this is part of the standard box range, the original high-end box. You can see all the little laser cutouts in there where the following components will go in. Side panels. So they fit around the side and give it that neat little shape where the chevron fits in the LED light and sort of lessen the chance of you hitting something on a corner. You know, a lot of people sell square boxes, we offer one, but to me, you know, you're adding an instrument on the front that almost becomes a bulldozer, whereas this has nice chamfered handles, and the construction boys are loving them at the moment, especially for getting into tight corners and adding space. We've then got the front piece. So that sits over the front. We've got the box here behind us getting tacked up while the lad's on dinner. You can see it. So that bit is actually that bit. So that sits on top, and there is where all the lights bolt in, the nameplate and everything like that. Again, there's lots of bends in it to add strength, and that's sort of the finishing article where all the customization goes on. No pressure, Mav. So we've got a box here. This is one of our work boxes. So it's not got any concrete in, and you'll zoom in here, Ben. Jay's on cleaning it up now. So he'll have a wire wheel, he'll clean all the welds, he'll then run around with the DA, make sure all the sharp edges are taken off, and any grime is then removed. We'll either do that via washing it, the machine, power washing it with an acid outside, or brake cleaner. So this is sort of halfway through. You can see he's done all the edges, all the weld heat from the distortion. He's flat dished all that back, he's taken that edge round, smoothed that, you know, done the outside, Any edges that have been ground, we've wire wheeled that round and then de-aired it to make sure, and the same on the back. Once the box is prepped, we'll bring them in here. We usually paint them in batches of 5, line them up. They'll get primered on the outside just to limit stone chips, and then they'll get painted in whatever the customer's colours as requested, usually black, grey or JD green. We then do the lids, which we'll run through in a minute, which are very customisable. So hence why we've got the curtains, so we can paint 2 colours at once. So after prep, painted in a spray booth, which we ran through, then comes through here. So we've got these lovely trolleys which we can leave stuff on. The good thing about the spray booth is it'll bake off to 80 degrees, so realistically now we could touch it and actually build it, but we like to leave it overnight if we can. Make sure it's gone off properly hard. So you can see we've got a few smart box lids, spent green here, case red, JCB yellow, varying colours, and in the corner we've got all the nameplates, which we'll have a look at now. So we've got varying backplate colours and nameplates here, all hanging, drying, ready to go across to the other shed. And here's a nice little neat sort of example of a design we've done. This is going on the front of one of our Ryetec swath rollers, Ford livestock. You can see the bulls and everything. Whatever they request, we try and fulfill. Then that goes to the assembly shed where we'll go next. So once the box has been painted, it leaves the manufacturing shed and heads across here to the build shed, PDI shed. So in here for the boxes, they come across as a raw unit, just painted. They'll then get all the rubber matting cut, the rubber seal, lights, all the wiring done, stickers on, lid on, nameplate on, and any final customisations. So something we're quite well known for is quite a wide range of options, and this is where it all happens in this shed.
So final part of the process now, we're out front, it's all finished. It's been PDI'd by assembly, ticked off their sheet. It'll then come and sit outside, and that's where it'll get green tagged. So that's someone separate to who's PDI'd it. We'll come over, check all the options, check all the pins fit, lights work and all that sort of thing. So this beauty is now ready to head off to Denman Contracts Limited, finishing with a stainless steel nameplate as well, so it looks proper. So that's a 1,000 kilo compact box, ready to go.